Lights means it's time for the final score. Your home for hard hits, big plays, and the Basin's #1 football show. The Final Score, brought to you by these sponsors.
Well, hello and welcome to another edition of The Final Score. A little exuberant there. We finally hit Week 7, though, and we'll see if that spells some good fortunes for our teams here in the Basin. We do know, though, that you are in great luck because we got a great show ahead.
Yeah, without a doubt. Tons of quality matchups tonight, a lot of them actually carrying playoff implications as well.
Finally.
Others, including some bragging rights.
And including both. We've heard reports of this really big rivalry game. We're trying to get it confirmed. It was apparently at Ratliff Stadium in Odessa. This crosstown showdown under those world-famous Friday night lights.
It's always been, I think, the premier rival game in the whole state of Texas.
They're excited. You know, like I told them today, if you're not excited for this, then you don't have a pulse.
You got other relatives who have played in these ball games, so everybody wants bragging rights.
There's friends and families and husbands and wives that went to Odessa High or went to Permian, so it's a fun week for everybody to kind of root for their team.
We're fortunate to be in Odessa, Texas, playing in this type of ball game with as great rivalry and the great atmosphere that Texas high school football has to offer.
Ooh, and here we go. Odessa High, Permian. Odessa High, the home team. Mojo leads the all-time series, of course, 49-10-1. Last win for the Broncos was back in 2013. Fans were pumped up for this game. So was Malachi Medlock, apparently, just trucking some kids down the sideline. Big gain. That set up a Permian field goal. OHS gets the ball back later on, though. Diego Cervantes hits the receiver in the hands, but it gets picked off by Caden Bays. Permian gets the ball back. OHS, though, they would regain control and trying to stay in the game. Cervantes here scrambles and fights his way through for a big gain, but here comes Medlock again. You know, dare I say, a young-looking Ed Woods? I don't know. He's down for the big gain right there. Wouldn't be stopped until he was. Until he wasn't, once again. 10-0 Permian as he punches it into the end zone. Next possession for Odessa High is going to go another one off the hands of a receiver and another interception to Chevion Williams. A good return off of this. That set up another Permian score. It'd be Easton Hernandez, by the way, who, of course, was out for a long time, starting quarterback.
In the ball game.
And he is back, and he is back not only in the ball game, but in the end zone. Permian, after a little sloppy start, built up a 24-0 lead, but then it just stayed there. But you know what? That's good enough for a win, Aaron. And we're lucky enough to get a win with our very own Jake Eichstedt. He's got a great interview.
The Final Score Sports Desk, brought to you by Stanley Ford.
Ben, Aaron, welcome to Ratliff Stadium. An awesome game here tonight. I'm here with Coach Jeff Ellison. 24-0 win, shutout win. Coach, another year of bragging rights for Permian. Talk to me about how much that means to your guys.
We're extremely proud of our guys tonight and our coaching staff, and happy for our community. It was a great win to come out and get our first district win.
Coach, it was kind of an ugly game to start. A lot of penalties, a lot of personal fouls, a lot of turnovers. But you guys stayed the course. How'd you guys do it?
Well, we just had to refocus. It was, they came out and did some things that we needed to make adjustments to, and we did that on the sidelines and at halftime. So after we settled down, I think we came out and did a better job.
First game back for Easton. Talk to me about how much he means to this team.
A great deal. One of our captains, a great leader for us. He did some great things tonight, and he hadn't played football in a while, so there are some things that we'll need to improve on also.
I know you guys got Tascosa next week. I know you haven't looked at film yet, obviously, but what will you take away from tonight into that game?
What we're going to take away from that is we have got to cut down on our penalties and mistakes that are killing our drives. That's unacceptable, and we can't do that.
Coach Ellison, thank you so much for your time.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate you. Congratulations. Drive home safe. Again, guys, a 24-0 win tonight, a thumping of Odessa High. Permian defense played great. Offense stepped up when they needed to. Ben, Aaron, take it away.
Tascosa, Ben.
Tascosa. Look out for the Rebs.
All right, we're going to keep it rolling with
Speaking of Rebels.
District 2. Friendship visiting the Rebels, those undefeated Rebels, actually.
And up to, I believe, number 19 in Blazer statewide poll.
Get this, Friendship up 21-7 in the first quarter. Donovan Smith airing it out to Drew Hocutt for another Tiger touchdown. 28
So much Texas Tech right there. Donovan Smith, the Texas Tech commit. Drew Hocutt, son of the AD.
Rebels
Kirby Hocutt.
in a little bit of hot water, but Lee's trying to come back. Mikey Serrano scrambling. He's going to make a nice little gain for the Rebels right here. Decides to keep it for himself. Now we got a quarter change. We're going into the second, so we're going to flip it over. We're going to go the other way.
I was going to say they're going
Serrano,
the wrong way.
Once again, throws this one up, and guess who comes down with it?
Is it?
The Loic Fungi. 28-14 at the start of the second quarter. And the Rebels managed to come back.
Yes, they did.
It looks deficit. The game is still going on, but they're currently winning 58-36 at last check in the fourth quarter.
I was going to say, big comeback there, though, to your point.
Yep.
Tascosa. The Rebels, they were hosting Midland High. This game was last night up in the Panhandle, and we'll take a look at it right now. The Rebels, of course, state semifinals from a year ago. Both of these teams doing a week off. Darius Sanders, though, is going to take the toss and take it in for Tascosa. First points of the game. Later on, though, Midland High, Landry Wells, trying to evaluate his options. I do that from time to time. Picked off, though, by chance. A little toe tap on the sideline, and there he goes. Joseph Plunkett then going to take matters into his own hands. Just take it right up the middle there. That makes it look nice and easy. And speaking of making it look easy, the score line on the final, yikes, 63-6. Midland High falls to 1-5 overall. Of course, 0-1 in district.
Yep. All right, folks. The first quarter is in the books, but district play is also heating up in some other classifications coming up. See which team separated themselves. The best show in the Basin is back in 2 minutes.
This junior garlic butter burger is so juicy. The butter really brings out the flavor.
Well said, Peter.
You're kind of buttering me up. What did you do?
You're just a really good friend.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Grab a $2.99 junior garlic butter bacon burger with tots while they last.
Back by popular demand. When you shop Furniture Row, you pay what we pay. That's right. For a limited time, our employee pricing is available to everyone. Get 15% off a single item with purchases of $9.99 and up. That means you can save big on that perfect sofa, dining table, bed, or Denver Mattress brand mattress.
Our discount is your discount.
Plus, no interest until January 2022. But hurry, employee pricing at Furniture Row ends Thursday the 17th.
We've all heard the saying, time is money. Here in West Texas, when it's booming, everybody is in a hurry. And oftentimes, accidents happen. Classics Auto Paint and Body is there to restore your dings and dents like new again, with their state-of-the-art paint booth and years of experience. It feels good knowing that your car will be back in tip-top shape. Services include paint, body, collision repair, and auto glass replacement. Stop by today for your free estimate at 400 South Pecos Street.
There's a lot to smile about in every Volkswagen.
watching The Final Score, brought to you by these sponsors.
Well, welcome back. It's really been almost a perfect night for high school football. I say that because it's finally not cold, but a little cool.
No, it was just a little chilly for me.
A little bit.
Anyway, speaking of Ben's perfect, we do have some teams with some perfect records still.
Yeah, and you know, one of them visiting the Basin, the 6-0 Canyon Eagles, they were taking on Andrews.
Now for the Mustangs, they started their season with a loss actually, but they've been flawless ever since, really proving that old adage, it's not how you start, it's how you finish, Ben.
Well, unless you're the Atlanta Braves and you're just going to totally give up in the first inning against the Aaron Reynolds St. Louis Cardinals in the playoffs.
I can't brag too much because I just got a notification that they lost the first game of the NLCS, but keep your fingers crossed, folks.
It is crazy how that works out. Well, back to Andrews, a much more likable, it's how you start, or it's how you finish, not how you start. They were hosting Canyon and the Eagles against 6-0, and the Eagles would strike first in this game. We do have this play. Brett Leach was airing it out here, and a nice, easy little touchdown pass to Jaheim Nelson. 2-point conversion would not be good, but it would, so it was 8-6 Canyon at that point. Play it out, though, see how it goes, and Andrews was able to pull out the win in this one. A nice win to continue that winning streak, handing Canyon its first defeat of the season, 41-22 the score.
All right, we're going to keep it rolling with some scores here. The Indians get back in the win column, 28-13 over Brownfield this evening.
A nice win there, and Seminole, a big win over Denver City a couple weeks ago. Now, Dumas and Big Spring. Dumas, by the way, they're one of the best teams in Class 4A. We'll take a look how this one went out in Big Spring, actually. And Dumas off to a nice start. Quarterback scrambling. Gets the gain right here. And now Dumas with the ball. They're going to scramble. Here we go. Big Spring showing off that defense, though. Takes him down. Still with Dumas. Williams scrambling again. And this one going to take it down the sideline. Do a little spin. Pick up a nice gain for the Demons. No score, though, in the first quarter of this game, but don't worry about it. Again, this game was actually at Big Spring, but don't worry about it. Dumas. They picked up the scoring. There was some scoring in this game. 46-0 the final.
All right, Greenwood maintaining that perfect record. They were one of the teams going into this week with 6-0, 58-6. Nice district win over the Pecos Eagles.
And Monahans, they were taking on Snyder. Remember, Snyder beat undefeated Fort Stockton last week. And the Lobos, it's been a little bit of a struggle for them, but win number 2 under head coach Fred Stow, and that is win number 2 in district as well. So, again, we tell you, don't worry about the regular season records. Lobos are 2-1 in district.
All right, we also had Sweetwater visiting Lamesa, and the Golden Tours, man, they're still looking for that first win this year.
Yeah, you know.
Sweetwater's going to run away with this one 45-8 in this district matchup.
You know, that's just, unfortunately, that is just the reality sometimes. Coahoma at home against Idalou, the Wildcats. No word if Josh Abbott was in attendance for this game. It was a home game for Coahoma, we should mention. A close first quarter, though. Coahoma finding a way to drive the ball into the end zone like they do. It looks like Mr. Zach Schneider right there taking it in. The Wildcats, though, they would respond. This is Lopez going to throw it to his man Hill, and Hill would finish it off. The extra point would be good to close the gap 15-14. But Coahoma, this is a close game, and Idalou, a really not only a good team, but just over the years, Aaron, a pesky team up in the Lubbock area. But Coahoma gets the better of them, 29-21.
All right, we're going to keep it rolling here. Stanton visiting the Antelopes.
The Abernathy Antelopes. And by the way, Abernathy, the real deal, Bryson Daly, 4-year starting quarterback.
All right. Well, we're going to start with him actually leading that offense, running this one to push their lead 14-0 following this touchdown.
He's the coach's kid.
Yeah, so Daly shows he can do more than just run, though. He's going to connect with Nick Deonda for a 29-yard touchdon pass.
Dad would be so proud.
So Abernathy just continuing to develop that lead. Antelope defense not even allowing Stanton to get in a field goal range. Aaron Trevino here with the pick He'll take that back for a 30-yard touchdown. The Antelopes continue to dominate offensively, scoring on every possession in the first half, folks. So I bet you can imagine how this one winds up. The Antelopes taking down Stanton 63-0.
Yeah, I mean, we mentioned it, though. Abernathy, a very good team, but yeah, so really, honestly, not too much for Stanton to be ashamed of there. Okay, Crane hosting Denver City. Undefeated Crane. And not only that, they got a little help, Aaron.
Oh,
the future Golden Cranes running onto the field. This was before the game, though, so they were in trouble. First quarter, Golden Cranes on the move, down 7-0. Jackson Willis rolls to his left and finds Major Martin down the sideline right there. A nice connection. Cranes are feeling good, but 4th and 1. This is going to stop that. Elias Yanez there for the stop. Mustang defense holds. They take over again, up 7-0. The defense, the DC offense chugging along. Aaron Mendoza bouncing it out, get a nice play, and then 1st and goal. Just a little move into the end zone right here. Mario Sanchez not only getting the touchdown, but a little flex on him. And Aaron, I should say, hold for it. Oh, we missed them. We had these adorable little kids. I lost my keys at this game. I didn't tell Aaron about this, and they found them. God bless them.
Your car keys?
Yes, it was 10 minutes of panic, but they come through for me. Unfortunately, though, the Mustangs end up coming out on top in this one, 42-0 the final.
First loss for Crane. We're going to keep it rolling, keeping you updated with these scores. Kermit getting a close win over Reagan County, winning by just one, 21-20. Your final over in Big Lake.
Yeah, Kermit has some interesting results this year. Like, I don't know, they've had some interesting games. Okay, Alpine at Ira Ann. We need to mention right off the top, Ira Ann playing with just 10 players, unfortunately, in this game. Alpine ball with Brady Crump runs it in for a Buck touchdown, and then a turnover on downs. They set up Ruckman going in for another one, and how about Travis Ruckman? He had that big run you saw at the beginning of the show against McCamey last week. One more time, 27-0 Alpine at the end of the first quarter, although again, Ira Ann quite literally undermanned and really honestly scoring 6 points with 10 men, a feat in and of itself. But 52-6 the final in favor of the Fighting Bucks.
All right, we've got a couple more scores for you here. McCamey on the road against El Paso Mountain View. Badgers going to fall short in this one, 21-14 your final.
All right, now Wink, they were out in the El Paso area as well, taking on the Tornillo Coyotes. And Wink, you know, Aaron, they're one of these teams, started off a little slow, but got a win over Forsan, now a shutout win over Tornillo. They'll have a bye week and then start a district play. Yeah. And a lot of those losses earlier were against some bigger schools, so don't count out the Wildcats.
Yeah, we'll see how they do. All right, we're going to move into TAPS now. Addison Trinity visiting the Midland Christian Mustangs. And
Addison Trinity coached by
none other than Mike Singletary,
the Hall of Famer.
Yes. So would you imagine this score, 49-0, Midland Christian into the second half. Trinity in scoring position, but Chandler Caraway picks this one off, so he's going to get the ball back for MCS. We're going to skip to the fourth now. Dylan Crota taking the handoff. He's going to be pushed out of bounds around the 5. Puts the Mustangs in nice scoring position and makes it nice and easy for Rhett Clark here to punch this one in. So the Mustangs go up 56-0. Don't worry, they did not get a shutout victory.
I was going to say.
Per usual, they broke that streak. The Mustangs get the win 56-7. Addison managed to get on the board there in the fourth quarter.
I'm sure that's a performance even Mike Singletary would be pretty proud of there. All right, Balmorhea ranked the #1 team in 6-man Division I. They were at home hosting the Midland Trinity Chargers, and your Balmorhea Bears, they do get a shutout victory in a Mercy Rule win, 46-0.
All right, some more scores for you here. O'Donnell on the road. Borden County getting another victory.
Yes, Borden County, I believe, the #2 team.
Coyotes, can I do the math there? Yes, so it looks like a Mercy Rule.
Yes. We're not math majors, folks. Go easy on us. Yes.
54-8, your final.
Oh, my goodness. Well, Sands, they were on the road looking for their first win, and this one's, Aaron, I feel pretty confident about this one.
I think you can do this one.
I think that was a 45-point victory. Cougars with a nice win at home, and that, by the way, that's a district game as well. And remember, our 6-man districts, only 2 teams out of those districts makes it, unlike the 11-man wrestlers.
Not 4. So Grand Falls Royalty, you know, they're just going to keep it rolling here. Get a nice win over Sanderson, 67-59. to 34.
Honestly, that's not a bad result for Sanderson.
No.
Grand Falls Royalty, one of the best. All right, we are still rolling here on the final score, but coming up, we have the best highlight of the night. We'd like to call it our Play of the Week.
And you might want to grab an umbrella as well. A purple storm is on the way. Our Band of the Week performance is coming up.
Ashley Home Store's Columbus Day sale is going on now. Save up to 30% or get 0% interest for 6 whole years. Discover huge savings now at Ashley Home Store. This is home.
You know, we've done a lot of crazy things over the years to sell you a vehicle.
At Kelly Griff's Auto Group, prices are falling!
How do you like your deal?
You know, a lot's changed since then, but one thing that hasn't changed, we still offer the same great deals and the personal attention that our customers deserve.
Right now, get special 1.9% APR financing for up to 36 months on a new 2019 Kelly Grimsley Honda CR-V.
We were here for you then.
We're here for you now.
And we'll be here for you tomorrow.
On a Suspicious Fansville by Dr. Pepper.
Hey, you're late.
I was just getting more Dr. Pepper.
Is that Dijon mustard? Are you seeing another grill?
No.
Was it her? What does she have that I don't?
She has an onion volcano. Look.
She uses propane. This is natural, girl.
Tastes the same to me.
What?
Dr. Pepper, the official drink of Fansville.
City of Odessa Parks and Recreation and Chevron present the 11th Annual Odessa Parks Fall Festival, Saturday, October 19th at McKinney Park. Enjoy free family fun activities, including hot air balloon rides, carnival games, and interactive shows. Wear your costumes and enjoy the food trucks. And take advantage of our free parking shuttle. It's Saturday, October 19th from 1 to 7 p.m. at McKinney Park. The 11th Annual Fall Festival Odessa, brought to you by the City of Odessa and Chevron.
Ashley Home Store's Columbus Day sale is going on now. Save up to 30% or get 0% interest for 6 whole years. Discover huge savings now at Ashley Home Store. This is home.
You're watching The Final Score, brought to you by these sponsors.
Well, once again, another Friday night, and football taking West Texas by storm, of course. And tonight in our show, that storm has a little bit of a hue to it. There, I said a purple hue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, for those
like
of
a purple storm.
Right. So, but for those of you who don't know, we're talking about the Crane Golden Cranes.
Yes, of course.
Yes. So not only has their football team adopted that term "purple storm" to reference their defense, and also, I guess, just their typically explosive offense, except for tonight.
An explosive fan base.
Yes, but so I guess they also use it for their band?
Yeah, and an explosive band as well. And in fact, they are our Band of the Week. All right, there we go. By the way,
nice
I know
job.
we did do Band of the Week for Crane last year, and we did famously. You were there, and they were performing Lowrider. I just want to let you know, they do still jam out to Lowrider. And you know, we honestly, this was unintentional. We take a look at Crane as our Band of the Week. We're also now going to take a look at our best play of the week at this moment.
Where's it at?
Go easy on us, folks. We got a wild operation going on here. But Jackson Willis, again, they did come up short in this game. But how about the little improv there?
Yeah.
I have a hunch that was not how that play was drawn up. You see here a little bootleg, and then that's not going to work. Got to go back this way. And Major Martin, a major factor for that offense aerially, and a nice job there. I want to give a shout-out as well to some other plays we saw throughout the night. Malachi Medlock, where he just took out the defender.
Yeah.
That was a nice play. This, though, is our play of the week, although, again, a lot of deserving nominees. And, you know, that's how it goes sometimes.
Yep. All right, we've got a final score here for you, folks. You remember we showed you Midland Lee highlights earlier. It was in the fourth quarter, but it looks like we've now got a final. Rebels managed to stay in the win column, 59-36 victory over Friendship. Now, you remember they started off that first quarter down 28-7 at one point, so a nice comeback win for the Rebels.
I was going to say, Aaron, you said 28-7?
It was 28-7. They scored at the very beginning of the second quarter to make it 28-14, and I guess they just kind of didn't stop there.
Also, after that 28-7, what? Oh, gosh, I can't do that math, Aaron, but that's a pretty good turnaround for the Rebels right there. Well, our last commercial break is coming up, and when we come back, we bring you our final thoughts, including a pretty big rivalry in the Basin, I would say. Permian victorious over Odessa High.
At Allen's Gallery, we carry top quality furniture made right here in the USA. Like Mayo Furniture, top quality sofa and love seats made by Texans for Texans. The exclusive dealer for American bedding, featuring the new mattress, the Wow Pedic. For the best brands made right here in the USA, like Mayo, American Bedding, and many more. Shop Allen's, 202 Scurry, downtown Big Spring, will save you money. Wow!
Hi, West Texas. Robbie Richards here, All-American Chevrolet of Midland again, and Truck Month is going on strong. So for the month of October, we put the promo prices right there in pink on all of our brand new cars on the windshield in honor of Breast Cancer Awareness Month. With crazy savings like this, take $12,000 off MSRP on 2019 LT Crew Cab Half-Ton Texas Edition. Go to MidlandChevy.com and pick out yours today, or come by the dealership and experience the difference, West Texas, at the all-new Chevrolet of Midland.
The power of the internet. YourBasin.com is the only website to stay up to date with local stories that impact you. The only website to provide constant weather updates.
And I've got a couple of weather charts to show you some of those temperatures and things like that.
And a sports section for all of your favorite teams.
Big Two Sports for all your local sports content.
For everything local, visit YourBasin.com. News, weather, sports. Powered by Big Two KMID.
On a Suspicious Fansville by Dr. Pepper.
Hey, you're late.
I was just getting more Dr. Pepper.
Is that Dijon mustard? Are you seeing another grill?
No.
Was it her? What does she have that I don't?
She has an onion volcano. Look.
She uses propane. This is natural, girl.
Tastes the same to me.
What?
Dr. Pepper, the official drink of Fansville.
You're watching The Final Score, brought to you by these sponsors.
And Canyon and Andrews, we mentioned this game. Canyon was undefeated. They were at Andrews. Now, we're showing you this because we are trying to get, we showed you this play earlier. We're going to try to show this again with the full highlight. We did see this play from Brett Leach to Jaheim Nelson for the touchdown. But again, we're going to try to work on that to get you the full highlight here in just a little bit. But Aaron.
Nice touchdown.
Yeah, and Mustangs, by the way, they did win this game 41-22. But we got a lot to think about, a lot to reflect on.
It's kind of crazy. 7 weeks of the regular season have now come and gone and been only a month before we start seeing those playoff matchups.
I can't believe it. We did have a lot of playoff atmospheres here tonight in the Basin. You know, and rivalries, I would say they help.
Oh yeah, they make everything a lot more fun. Now the big one tonight, of course, was our Game of the Week out at Ratliff Stadium. We're going to check in with our own Game of the Week reporter, Jake Eichstead, to get his final thoughts on that game. Jake?
The Final Score Sports Desk, brought to you by Stanley Ford.
Hey, Ben, Aaron, welcome back to Ratliff Stadium. It was a frigid night for such a heated rivalry between Odessa and Permian tonight, but Permian just rolled over Odessa pretty early. It was really kind of a mucky game to start. A lot of penalties, personal fouls on both sides, turnovers, kind of plagued the game early. But Permian, you heard Coach Ellison talk about it after, just stayed the course, really persistent, told their guys, you know, just keep your head going forward. They knew that they had a really good chance to win this game. Permian's defense really, to me, was the standout tonight, pitching a shutout against Odessa. Two guys who I have to shout out tonight, as I read the roster. Keyshawn Wright, defensive lineman, as well as captain Jacob Parchman, absolutely stifling the run game for Odessa tonight, also disrupting any kind of pass game that they had as well. On offense, it was a bulldozer playing running back, Malachi Medluck. I cannot believe he's a sophomore. I honestly don't believe Coach when he told me that, nor this roster that I'm looking at. Really good to have Easton back as well, Easton Hernandez. He had a really good game, keeping that offense flowing, keeping their offense persistent going forward. But again, guys, Odessa and Permian, really kind of an ugly game to start. They're going to have to fix a lot of things as they continue in district play. Ben, Aaron, take it away.
All right, so Aaron, of course, a big win there. And by the way, I'll just, for myself, I'll say that was an interesting game because we thought that could maybe be a little close, and it was.
Yeah.
And even when Permian, they took control, but kind of kept the steady there at 24-0. Honestly, I thought we'd figure out a little more about these teams. I don't know what to make of, really, still this district, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't really know either, but Easton Hernandez obviously stepped up big. His first return for Permian in quite a while, so he stepped up nicely for Mojo. Now, as for me, I'm going to stick with that same district. I was at the Midland League game tonight, and I was very surprised by the score at the start of this game. Friendship up 28-7 at one point there in the first quarter. Of course, they have a very talented quarterback now. We knew they were going to be a little bit more talented than they were last season. They didn't win a single district game all
for the last 2 years.
Yes. Okay, so for the last 2 years, exactly. So, and going up against a 5-0 Midland League team, I just thought the Rebels would have already had a bigger lead. That's just what I expect. But, I think tonight Midland League showed that they can come from behind, too. So, Rebels with a solid comeback district victory. I am excited to hear what Coach Hartman has to say about that game.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. Well, Aaron, we talked about it earlier. I wanted to give these kids a little bit of love. Sheer panic at El Ave Stadium. Could not locate where my keys were going.
This is such an Aaron move.
It really is. And honestly, we low-key, a little inside baseball, we had another set of keys that were in that car, so we were possibly out 2 keys. But we had some wonderful souls right there. Look at these fellows. These fellows tracked my keys down. Just, guys, I told you I would put you on TV for finding my keys and fulfilling my promise there. That's my final thought. The Golden Cranes come up short, but, man, they got a heck of a sideline assistance there.
Yeah.
Yeah, really nice to see. Well, now, as promised, we are going to show you the full Andrews Canyon highlights, and we're going to get right to it. This was, as we mentioned, a big game. Andrews at home taking on Canyon, who was undefeated. And this time, Jay DeFore hands it off to Aiden Hildinger. He takes it up the middle, makes a man miss into the end zone for the touchdown. Eagles would go up 8-0. And Andrews responding. This was actually the pass where he rolled out left, finds Jaheim Nelson, tips it to himself right there. That could have been a Play of the Week nominee for one of saying so. 2-point conversion was no good. That kept it 8-6 Eagles, but the Eagles would strike back, threatening once again. Aiden Hildinger gets the ball for his second touchdown. Brett Leach, though, he's going to drop back and trying to sneak his way in there for a little Mustang touchdown. Back and forth we go. Andrews with the ball in the second quarter. Leach drops back big, shows off the arm to Jaheim Nelson. Oh my goodness, that is some arm strength. That could have been Play of the Week. And then we had another dime dropped. 41-22, Mustangs get the win.
There we go.
Well, that is going to do it for another week of Final Score. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll see you once again next Friday night.